YouTube channel. My name is Megan Victoria. I'm a makeup artist and content creator from Toronto, Ontario, and today I'm going to walk you through this very much salon style sleek blowout. Basically, here's our goal. We want our hair to be smooth, we want it to look really healthy, we want it to look thick, long, and luscious, and I'm going to show you just how to do that with just a blow dryer. Super simple, easy to do at home, and a really blowouts are the foundation for any hairstyle. Like whether you have curlier hair, wavier hair, straighter hair, when you really pull the hair cuticle, you smooth it, and you just make the hair really shiny and round, you're able to manipulate it for so many different styles. Whether you want to rock the blowout, no problem, or you actually want to curl your hair after or throw in extensions, the blowout is just the foundation. So I really am excited to share this tutorial with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you follow along. Let us know what you think down below. And without further ado, if you'd like to see how I get this look, then please just keep on watching. Alright, so we are fresh out of the shower. I went and, did a little glam. Perfect time. I'm very much a believer in I always want to let my hair air dry as much as possible. Also, when your hair has, had a little bit of time to dry, it absorbs products a lot better. So we have just an old t-shirt pro tip. Go to your thrift store and you can get 99-cent cotton t-shirts, and then your hair can just hang out like this. It gets a little bit drier, it soaks it up, it's keeps it protected. We're not gonna have excess hair damage, and then we can start combing it out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I take just a wide tooth comb or my wet brush. I love my wet brush, and I'm just going to start working through the hair. I'm starting at the bottom of the hair and working up to the top. This is straight out of the shower, so there's a little bit of knots and tangles, so we'll just work through this. If you want to use a detangling treatment, go right ahead, but I like to just start with a little bit of detangling, and then I'm going to add a few hair products. So again, we're just starting at the bottoms of the hair. I'm very much about keeping my hair damage to a minimum. So air drying, super important, and just having it to that 60-70% dry. That's gonna give you enough wetness in your hair to actually be able to mold and style it the way you want, but it's not going to be too much where the point that it's just you're putting excess heat for no reason. So I'm gonna just work through my hair and we'll be right back with you. Okay, so as I've said, my biggest thing is I want my hair to stay as healthy and damage-free as possible. So I like to go in with a peptide repair spray leave-in conditioner just on the ends, and this is just gonna really focus this on my split ends and help, restore the bonds so the hair is nice like that. Just a few sprays like that. And then I always just work things through with my fingers. I think this is just my makeup artist background. I always just have to actually touch the product. So I do it so. Okay, so I've put a little bit of protectant on the ends of my hair. Now I want to do a heat protectant all over because obviously we're using heat. So I'm going to take my Peptide Repair just hair serum. So it's a heat protectant and serum. Take a little bit of this. I'm going to work this into my hands, so it's not just excess product sitting anywhere, and then I can work this through the ends of my hair and then up into the higher parts of the shaft. Just gonna flip it over and kind of just scrunch it in there. Okay, and now I know that my whole head is protected, which is very important to me, so now I'm gonna go in with an actual blow drying lotion. So this is just gonna help the style really mold and last a lot longer. So I'm gonna use my Briogeo Blow Dry Protectant Heat Protectant Cream. So technically it is a heat protectant, but I also just really like this as a styling cream. So I'm just using a little bit of that as well. I'm gonna work this through my hands and then through the ends to the hair. And then once the ends are coated, bring it up a little bit. Just try not to get it too much in the roots, because you don't want all this extra greasiness in your roots, but the ends is just really gonna help them mold and work with us. Okay, now that we're at this point, we can actually start sectioning off the hair. So I have fairly thick hair, so I definitely like to section basically from my ear to my ear. I find that the most helpful. Wrap this around, and I'm gonna just pop that on top of my head so I can just focus on my smaller section. Okay, so now we are actually at the blowout part, the most exciting part. So basically we have small sections of hair that we're gonna work with. So realistically for this section, if I was trying to do something more curled, I want smaller sections. Because I'm just really trying to smooth the hair and kind of just work through the shaft nicely, I can use this bigger section. I'm going to use a blow dry brush today. Again, you can totally use a blow dryer and a round brush and do the whole round brush technique. It is the same concept though, so I'm going to go over it with you. So I have my blow dry brush. So basically, as you would with a round brush, you get underneath the hair, so you're lifting. you're gonna apply, if you have a blow dryer, your heat underneath to lift the root, which is the same thing I'm gonna do here. I'm really gonna focus on the heat, so I'm getting that lift at the roots, and then as I work through the hair, I'm gonna pull and add tension. When I'm adding the tension, it's going to really smooth out the hair cuticle and make it beautiful, soft, and shiny. Now we are going for more of like a really like straight, sleek, and smooth blowout. So what I'm gonna do for that is I'm going to then curl at the end. So I'm just gonna focus on rounding out the ends of my hair with my brush. Again, if you have your blow dryer and your round brush, you're doing the same thing. You're gonna again just focus on the ends, round it out. Hold for siren. Let's do it together. Let's turn this guy on. Focusing right at the nape of the neck, lifting at the root, and then using that tension to smooth through the cuticle as we pull through. You can go forwards and backwards just to apply heat to different parts of the hair. And for this smoother style, I definitely like to kind of curl towards the face. I just think it gives a really nice, sleek, smooth look, and I like hold the hair. Okay, so now we have this nice smooth piece that's just gonna come right across and just kind of curves in, so it just gives it a nice smooth look. Really simple. If you do want a little bit more curl to your blowout, I would just take this piece and round it and then just pin it into a curl pattern. I want as much length as possible in the bottom of my hair. I like to make it look longer because I don't have my Luxy Hair Extensions in right now. Okay, so as you can see, our bottom section is now nice and smooth, straight, but kind of like does that nice little curl in, which just makes the ends of the hair look so much nicer. Like if you have split ends or dry ends, it'll just kind of smooth everything together and it just seals the cuticle and it makes it look really lovely. Also makes it have a beautiful shine because we're basically using heat and tension to really kind of manipulate the hair structure and create just a really smooth, beautiful, sleek, shiny hair and a little bit of curved end. Super simple, but it's just like a really great hairstyle in the way that it just makes your hair look amazing. Like people are gonna be like, wow, your hair looks amazing, it looks so healthy, what did you use, what did you do? And it's just like a very simple technique and you're like, oh, it's just like how I blow dry my hair, but it makes everything look flawless. So I'm gonna continue with the next section of my hair, which is exactly the same, and then when we do the bangs and face framing, we'll come together and I'm gonna show you because it's a little bit of a different technique. So we're about halfway done. So you can see both sides are really smooth, really shiny, really sleek, and then they have the nice little dippity-doo-dah-day, little flip. So what I like to do when I do my top section is I definitely like more volume in like the front of my hair, right? So I will take the sides of my hair, basically this is where my part is. I know where my part is, but I want to kind of ignore that. So I'm gonna go and do kind of like this little horseshoe section of basically what I'm saying is my bangs or my top pieces. So this is not my part's about here, so it's very important that your part is in the middle of the section that you chose. So let's take this and put this out of the way because we don't need this right now. This is the fun part. And then we just have this last little remaining stuff, so I'm just gonna blow dry this really quick and then we will continue with our top section. So alright, here we are yet again. I also wanted to mention when I do my like blow drying, I also like use my hands and almost like sculpt and bring the hair where I want it, and that's also giving, like, that's what's giving me this really great flip that I have. So I almost like use my hand, use the tension, use the heat, and then it gets that like really nice swoop, which is, you know, cute. Okay, so the top section. So this is how we're gonna do this. We've got this guy. We're working from the back to the front. Okay, so I'm gonna just throw that there. We're just gonna clip this out of the way. Make sure you have all the hair. All right, and then I will brush this guy forward. So this is where we're gonna talk about the concept of over-directing the hair. So when I know that my hair is gonna go back this way, if I bring it down, all I'm doing is like, if I blow dry it like this, I'm kind of pulling the roots back. I don't want that. I want some nice lift and volume. So I actually pull and blow dry it forward. And so then when it rounds back, it's gonna give me that nice little lift and volume up at the top. So let's do that together. So blow dry forward. Okay, so when we stop blow drying this piece, you can see it has that nice curl underneath. I'm gonna take this and I actually create a little bit of a curl. Now I'm doing this because the hair is still hot. So when the hair is hot, our curl pattern is much more malleable and we can give the curl some curl memory. So I'm just gonna pin a little guy like this. So this is now how I do this top section. So I'm gonna get a lot more lift at the roots of the hair, and this is gonna give me more volume, and it's just gonna look really nice for our top section. So we've got so much length down here, which is amazing, but I definitely like have that swoopy like look with all my layers. So again, I'm just going to cut this hair, get a little extra piece that we are going to blow dry straight back out of the way. Just do like that. Got a little 8th grade throwback here. All right, so I'm gonna just turn this guy on. That looks good. And then while the hair is still hot and we can manipulate it into place, I'm gonna kind of separate just my shorter bang pieces from my longer bang pieces for this section, and we'll do the exact same. Okay, and now for the front bang pieces, this is kind of the important part. I like to get both the volume underneath the bang and back. So I kind of get more volume here, and then I kind of curl this back. So this is where I'm going to lift the root. And when it's nice and hot, little curl. Okay, so we're looking interesting, clearly. Okay, so at this point, I want these pieces to kind of cool, have a moment to really set, so they actually have a better curl pattern. In the meantime, I'm just gonna take my blow dry brush and I'm gonna go through the whole section to really smooth it all. Honestly, you could just do it with the brush and that's gonna already do that, but I just want to add extra heat to really kind of sculpt and mold the little ends of the hair. Now is the fun part. We can focus on the top. So basically we'll start at the back, take your little clips out, take the next section, then at this point you're just gonna rock it back, find your part, and you're gonna get so much more of a nice sweep. As you mold kind of with your hands, you can see how, because we had those curls, we get this slight little like flip backwards, which I think is really nice. So I like when it's a little sleek and like clean here and then it flips backwards. What you can do to also emphasize that, if you just need a little bit more, like I'm feeling with my bangs, I just want a little bit more sweep, I'm gonna just take my brush and I'm gonna like really pull it back, like feathering the bangs like so. And that way it just gives us a little bit more of that face framing like sweepy look, which I think is really pretty. I know everyone's really into like curtain bangs too. So you get that kind of feel of just like the sweep. Okay, so then to finish it off, I love adding a little texture spray. So basically what texture spray does is, texture spray is like, I feel like it's so underrated. It's my favorite hair product in general. It just adds like a grit to the hair, which then it's not like hairspray. So hairspray freezes things, but hairspray can be heavy. This is super lightweight, and so when I pull it like my hair back and I just spray it like this, see how it's gonna stop it now from like clumping together? It's gonna keep it separated, so I'm gonna get this really beautiful wave pattern that like sweeps back. This hair is gonna sweep forward. So I like to just kind of like push it in, and it'll give me that feathered sweepy look. And this one is a dry finish one, so even especially now, it's just gonna make the hair still look nice and dry. But see how it just like lets the hair kind of sweep backwards. And then you can always, of course, a little extra shine serum, just run it through lightly. Okay, but like, alas, here we are. Now your blowout is like your like the foundation of any hairstyle. From this point we can now, like, we could add extensions and make it like just like gorgeous long super luscious hair. I'm obsessed with my halo extensions because they're just so easy, so I would just section it, pop it in, and it's gonna just naturally go with everything. We can also curl at this point because this is what a blowout is so great for. It's because your hair is now smooth and sleek, so you can manipulate the hair texture how you like. So this is like, you know, mannequin hair, it's almost how I call it, but the cuticle is closed, so now your hair looks really healthy, the ends look really thick, and it just makes your hair look amazing. So you can style it, you can curl it, you can do an updo, you can throw it wherever. This is definitely the foundation for any style, or of course you just leave it like this and you have like gorgeous looking hair for the week and it's stunning. Alright guys, so there we have it. This is our final look, a salon blowout, easy and done at home. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned a few things. If you want to see more of this and more of me, you can head over to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all at Megan Victoria X. I'd love to connect with you. And of course, if you have any questions about this style or anything else, comment down below. Make sure you follow Luxy, make sure you follow me, and we'll definitely create more hair content for you guys. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye! Mwah.